Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning once again. This is Jason with Signature Esports No Limit Racing Thunder Series with these ARCA Chevys. We are right here from Michigan International Speedway, Brooklyn, United States. Again, Jason Followell, your commentator for the evening of racing. 94 laps to be complete. Qualifying is just now finishing. They're going through the driver briefings right now. And of course, and always, we are here to entertain. We appreciate all of the watchers out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, a bunch of different platforms. We are on 5 today, of course. If you are on Facebook, make sure you like and share, start a watch party. If you are on Twitch, make sure you like and donate at the bottom of the screen. We will see all of that stuff. Share all that out there to help monetize this league so that way they can offer bigger prizes at the end of the day. And then on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hit the notification bell for all of the notifications when we go live on the No Limit Racing Thunder Series. We're on No Limit Racing on YouTube, Signature Esports on YouTube, Signature Esports on Facebook, No Limit Racing on Facebook as well. And you are looking at the big, giant oval over here at Michigan International Speedway. A lot of fun to be had. 94 laps is the plan right here, and we're going to make sure that we catch up with our leader in just a little bit. Take a look at our starting grid while everybody loads in. They got about 2 minutes to do that. So Brian Wirtz is going to be your pole sitter today. Starting first, of course, and always ready to go with that Buffalo Wild Wings paint scheme. He's going to start at the inside. Brian Curry got that outside pole position, sitting second place, row 1. Moving on, the number 88 of Anthony Thitchner is going to start inside of row 2. Hank Kasten is back in the race after missing last week. They're starting 4th place. Going to start at the outside of row 2. Casey Knighton in the 84 is going to start inside row 3. Josh Mayu in the 02 is going to start in 6th place, outside row 3. Brandon Fronopol in the number 10 and Jake Fluman are going to top out row 4 for you. Brett Edwards in the number 45 is going to start inside of row 5, just inside Sean Lodazine in the 2 car. Row 6, Stephen Evasius in the number 12, and rookie newcomer Isaac Mock in the number 60 is going to start 12th, outside of row 6. Mac Nelson, the number 77, is going to start inside row 7. Marky Harris in the 27 is going to start 14th of row 7. Casey Gilchrist in the number 26. Going to start row 8. Alec Coates in the number 73. Going to start 16th. And as we move on back, Michael Woolley and Cody Cox in row 9. Row 10, Isaac Singleton and Kyle Hall in that number 87 machine. Joshua Johnson at number 71 is going to start inside row 11. James Gregate in the 07 is going to start 22nd. And we're going to cycle through Prisbilla in the 69. Ben Carver in the 28. Mike Brissett and Robert Butcher are going to line out row 13. Row 14, Casey Clark Jr. in the number 36 and then Ryan Hedrick in the number 23. Row 15, Douglas Carlson and J.P. Smith in number 74 are going to start 30th. Anthony Ludi in the number 7 and Jason Wiley back there starting 31st and 32nd respectively. Evan Keese in number 46 and Art Millen in the number 15. And we're about to have green flag as James Loveland ties out the grid right there. And you're going to start seeing them come to the start-finish line. The 82 is going to start things off right here. 94 laps to go As now we are green flag racing right here from Michigan Speedway with the No Limit Racing Thunder Series, ready to rock and roll. As the 82 takes a nice jump out front. It's going to lead everybody on this speedway. The 88 dives to the inside of the 82 of Wirtz, getting a little bit loose there, getting a solid push, but the 25 of Curry is leading as we're going to catch all the way back up to the front. 25 got loose right there, and now it's collecting the field. Lots of repairs to be going here as everybody backs down, collecting the field right there. Goodness gracious, a whole lot of wreckage going on there. Try to go back and find a good replay of that. So many things happening in that situation right there, as things are going to be cycling around just a little bit. There's the qualify right there. Some racing. And we will see what happened there. Here's a replay. We're going to go up to the 25 right here. Kind of got turned a little bit. The 88 was right there to the inside, and there you go. That's what happened. And poor 25 went for a ride. As you see the carnage right there, people just trying to stop and slow down. Heck of a show from everybody. Everybody got collected in there. We're going to go all the way back to live conditions real quick. As you see the 25 with the hood up, just trying to keep some things going. Can't see what's going on there. He's going to try to hit pit road with everybody else. Going to catch back up with your leader right there. There's the 88 of Thitchner. Anthony Thitchner is your race leader right there. That was scary little situation. I could imagine being in any of those cars on the pits, or in the pits, or getting messages left and right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, back to the train of thought at hand. The 88 Anthony Thitchner is leading. 25 wrapped up in that caution, trying to lead out front, and got a little bit loose there. Had a little inside drive that Thitchner was trying to take care of there, but I don't see any damage on the front end of that car. As you would see it right there. So it looks like he must have just gotten a little bit loose and got turned. And there it went. Collect the field at these speeds, with Michigan being such the track that it is. It does carry high speeds all the way throughout. I appreciate everybody out there watching right there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and all of the streams. Tag Raw Charge 06. Yikes, that's what he said out there. Yost from Linda Rogers on YouTube, giving a little big shout out to the 24. And there is the 24 in that big old machine right there. Looks like he just has a little bit of inside damage right there. Nothing too serious. Still a long race to go. A lot of track position to make up. Currently running in the 29th position, so not too many people collected on that one. We're going to go side by side here for just a little bit, and we're getting ready to get back to green flag racing. There is the 88 of Thitchner choosing the outside line for everybody. Started third, currently first. Once the high line on the restart with the 82 of Ryan Wirtz on the bottom. Anthony Thitchner out of the Carolina area. Brian Wirtz out of Michigan, so an East Coast and a Midwest trying to work with each other as we're going to get rid of all of that. Pace truck's going to dive down to pit road, and we're going to go back to green flag racing right here on the front stretch as everybody tightens up. Thitchner gets green as he is off, taking off like a bullet. Big jump on the lead with the 82 right behind him. Brandon Frontal, the number 10, is going to be in that third place position. Shout out to the 36 and 46. I see you out there, T-Mac 271. We will get around. Once things cycle around a little bit, we'll jump around from car to car, and we'll ride along with your favorite drivers. Many laps to go, at least one green flag pit stop to come. But with the new tire models through iRacing, they may choose to do a few more than just that, as these tires decide that they like to wear extensively. Little look at the front stretch as you see the 88 leading out front. Brian Wirtz right behind. Brandon Frontal in third. As we are looking at our relatives' biggest mover so far, up 15 spots, Dean Quayle, number 17, running from 38th to 23rd. As you see everybody jockeying around. '88 with a 0.7 of a second lead over the rest of the field. Brandon Frontal right there, right behind the 82 of Brian Wirtz. Jump back and watch this battle going on right here with the 54 and the 13. Trying to take it to the inside of the 77, or to the outside of the 77. The 77 diving hard down low on that exit, that turn. There's Woolley and that number 13 machine right behind the 54 of Cody Cox. Jake Fluman up high. The 54 is going to ride that low line underneath the 00 of Jake Fluman. Trying to make that pass on the inside as they come into turn one. Doing a great job of holding that lower line. Sometimes the higher line works a little bit better in their early going, but now that they've got about 8 to 10 laps on their, or about 8 laps, 6 green flag-ish laps on their tires, you're going to start to see those wear pretty fast. And we'll see those speeds go from heavy to slightly lower. First car, one lap down. Sean Lodazine in the 2 car. Mike Bizette getting ready to be passed to be 1 lap down. Move up to our leaders. And we're going to see some things happening right there on the backstretch as Anthony Thitchner do like it. I do like to see the crowd in attendance at the No Limit Racing event. Thoughts on the COVID is that's right. 28 getting a shout out from Lisa. I appreciate you out there watching on Facebook. As the 88 is slowly being caught by the 82 of Wirtz. Lap 10 underway right here from Virtual Michigan Speedway. As you see the 82 and the 10 chomping at the bit, trying to work their way into the draft of the 88 of Thitchner, the 82 right there, along with the 10 of Brandon Frontal. Good battle going on right now as we come back here. See the 31 and the 69 going. Roger Davis Jr. and Matthew Prisbilla
back and forth battle. They were passing each other. One would pass on the high line, another would pass on the inside line. Josh Klinger right there, right behind them as well. As you see, right in front of them, you've got a big pack of cars trying to make use of what's going on there. The 92 of Jurgen in there, the 71 of Joshua Johnson in the mix right there too. As everybody's trying to make sure that they have their positions as they need it. Side-by-side racing going on right there with the 46 and the 92. 46 of Prisbilla. I'm sorry, Evan Keese. Back up there. Evan Keese out of Ohio to the inside of the 92. These guys have a history. They were working together in the last week's race and ended up getting into each other just a little bit, but now working very well with that side-by-side. The 69 of Prisbilla has got a fast car right there, driving hard to the inside, below the apron. He's got the 22 to be down there and follow with him. And not clear just yet to try to slide up in front of the 46. As that long turn into turn one, he makes that pass on the 46. The 22 right there as well. As you see, close contact racing. No contact there, but close enough to make you think about it as the 69 looks to make a move on the 92. Prisbilla and Jurgen right there. Great racing so far. Lap 13 underway as the 22 is looking to make a move. And we're going to catch back up with our leaders as that lead is shrinking. The 82 of Wirtz and the 10 of Frontapole have caught and are right on the tail of the 88 of Fitchner, who has great short run speed. And it looks like that tire wear is going to be a factor here as the 82 of Brian Wirtz looks to go to the inside of the 88. And the 10 of Brandon Frontapole running that same line. The 02 of Josh Mayu right there doing a great job as the 10 looks to, I don't know, he looked like he was going to try to split the middle of everybody right there. Lap 15 underway of 94 right here at Virtual Michigan with the No Limit Thunder Series. Everybody doing a great job. Go, 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 69. Like to hear that out there, Mandy. Doing a great job out there. G-Town, Ohio from T-Mac. As you see the 88 come back up and take the lead away from the 82. Lap traffic right there. The 25 who was doing a great job up front when we started the race. Curry being lapped once again. Had the speed to stay up there. But definitely trying to work its magic. We're going to ride along with Brandon Frontapole, the number 10 machine. See what it looks like from his point of view. Started 7th, trying to make his way up to the lead. Won the last race as the 82 comes down just a little bit in front. You hear the tires kind of screech just a little bit. Crescent Rose, no, you're never too late. We're still running right here. We've still got a lot of racing left to go. I appreciate everybody out there watching. Brandon Frontapole try to track down the leader of the 82 of Brian Wirtz. And right in the mix there as the 88 falls a little bit back off track. The 02 is right there as well. The 88 trying to carry that speed to the inside line of the 02 as the 10 of Brandon Frontapole tries to go for the lead. Watched him drive a cup car last night and just dominated Charlotte, so everybody's doing great things to keep it running good. Side-by-side racing to the front stretch. Who's going to lead this lap? Yeah, almost a virtual tie. Scores Brian Wirtz as the race leader on that lap now. Take that back. Frontapole was the number 10 car was the race leader right there. All right, some cars that we were looking at getting some shout-outs to. Number 36 right there. Casey Clark Jr. was one of the cars that we had a shout-out for. Right along to the inside of Casey Clark Jr. as he was trying to make a move on the 7 of James Grigate. But it looks like he made that move himself. There's the 86 car right there of Douglas Carlson. That big old navy blue machine right in front of him, taking his sights, going to dive to the inside of the 86 of Carlson. And we're going to keep moving right along. One more for T-Mac, the number 46 of Evan Keese. Running in 17th position right now, right behind Alec Coates in number 73. But 73 just moved up in front of Ryan Hendrick in that 23. So we take a look at those vehicles coming around the front stretch. There's that National Guard 46 of Evan Keese. Brian Wirtz looks like he just took the lead again. The number 28. We can move on right along. There's the 28, that Bogart machine of Ben Carver. Currently running 29th, starting at 24th. And it is on a track to continue to go. First car off the pace right now looks to be Robert Butcher in the number 57. As lap 20 is complete right there, there is that DeWalt Play It With Passion. Cannot remember what the rest of it. Anyway, he says that the sawdust on the sides and the back of it, that's what they call man glitter for the construction industry. He is the first car one lap down right there. We're going to catch back up with our leaders. Number 82 and just passed them right there. Brandon Fronopole right there in second place. Josh Mayhew, the 02, in third. Keeping and setting the pace for the rest of the field. Runs a very, very high line there. And then dives down to the middle third as he exits turn 2. Coming onto the backstretch, Brandon Fronopole running just a little bit faster according to the speeds and the telemetry. Everybody running pretty much the same lap times of 42.983 for Wirtz and a 42.991 for Fronopole. But on the last lap, Mayhew ran a 42.944, just a slight tick quicker than everybody else. Keese is making his way up, very much so. The 74 and 69 always getting shout outs. I appreciate you guys watching out there. One of the names I thought that I would get wrong in life, Prisbilla right there in the number 69 Pepsi machine. Currently running 16th, started 23rd. And his fastest lap of the race, 41.457. Right on track with the leaders. And we are under caution once again. And a chance to bring up who our sponsor is for cautions. Right there, Wise Guy Graphics. He's the guy that does some paint schemes. Gives away paint schemes at every race, but he sponsors all of our cautions right here. So if you ding up your car in iRacing and you need it fixed, you need a new paint scheme for it, make sure you get a hold of him. Check our link in the description and get with him on how to design your paint scheme for iRacing. Any trade, any stock, any car, any version of what you do, he can do it. Second caution of the day after we ran some green flag, a good little stint of green flag laps right there, 20 of them. So we're going to probably see everybody come down pit road in just a little bit as they meet the pace truck. I am going to take a vocal break. I have sponsors to fulfill. I appreciate you. I'll be right back with you. This is Jason right here with No Limit Racing.
Depend on dependable towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
As everybody starts to hit pit road for all of these pit stops, kind of figured it was going to happen. So if you are in the Lake of the Ozarks area, right here in central Missouri, or if you're just around the Midwest period, make sure that you call Dependable Towing for your automotive needs. That is a local sponsor for us here at Signature Esports. But if you want to make sure that you get your business featured right here, one of the fastest growing platforms out there as far as esports entertainment goes, make sure you get a hold of us. Go to signatureesports.com. There's a link and an email down at the bottom that you'll be able to find. You can also find out some information about all of these drivers out here as well. They've got their own little driver page as Brandon Fronopol and the 88 beat the 82 of Wurtzoff Pit Road. So things are going to cycle around in just a little bit. Everything that we do and make out here benefits, of course, the No Limit Racing League to be able to pay these drivers at the end of the season. Big cash prizes coming whenever we crown a No Limit Thunder Series champion. And then, of course, and always, if you felt like it, you can always, there's your first car one lap down right there, waiting on a free pass. The number 57 of Robert Butcher in front of the new race leader, Brandon Fronopol. We're going to get over there, and we're going to dial up Mr. Fronopol. In just a moment, as long as I can find him. There he is. Well, it was definitely a great race off pit road. You won the battle off there. You had a lot for the 82, but Brandon Fronopol, you are now leading the race. How's the car feeling out there for you today?
It's a bit tight, especially on the long run. We got lucky that our caution got out, so we're hopeful to stay green for a lot longer and we'll get some more info.
Well, 20 laps on that last green flag run. Sure going to be some fun racing going on right there. Well, we appreciate you out there and hosting the races and getting everything going. Put you back where you go. Good luck on the rest of the race.
Thank you.
Brandon Fronopol right there. We're going to put him back in the race lobby so he can chit-chat with everybody else. Leading the race right here. 2 cautions so far, but still a lot of racing left to go. Fresh tires all around. And, of course, Josh Klinger's new sponsor, we were talking about that yesterday, Black Horse Auto Transport. Make sure, Todd, that if you are out there, you go ahead and put all of your information in the chat box for everybody so that way they can look you up. We appreciate that, of course, and always. When I get a chance, I'll make sure I get Klinger on the radio so he can talk about you as well. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of big thank yous for you. But pace truck is off. We're going to go back to green flag racing right here at Virtual Michigan Speedway. No Limit Racing Thunder Series with the number 10 of Brandon Fronopol out front, leading in front of the 88 of Anthony Titchener. Now, Anthony Titchener in the 88, he has a great front or short speed. You saw it when he led the race very early on those slick tires. And no doubt going to try to do the same thing again right here. But the 0-2 right there on the tail of the 88 as the 82 dives to the inside and wants that lead back. Don't know what happened with the pit stalls there, but we might have a chance to find out just a little bit later. Little known story about Mac Nelson, number 77 driver here, went out and killed a snake. That's what he did before the race. What did everybody else do? Evan Keys, T-Mac, I hear you out there. If we get the opportunity, I'll make sure we do that as well. Always looking to interview the drivers. Want to make sure that we get the biggest mover. Want to make sure that we talk about what else could possibly be going on in their lives. Number 60 getting a shout out from Candy Summerlin. That guy, Mr. Mock, has a lot of fans out there. We might have to have a most popular driver race or a most popular vote off and see who gets the most votes out there. Maybe give him a prize or something like that. The cover of the new No Limit Racing Thunder Series t-shirt. Speaking of t-shirts, we do have some for sale that do benefit the league as well. Go to signatureesports.com and go to the shop section, and you'll be able to look that up. And number 10, Brandon Frontable out there leading the field all the way across as a 0.3 of a second over the 88 of Titchener. Mayu in third. Driver top 5, bottom left of your screen. Brandon Frontable in first. Anthony Titchener in second. Mayu in third. Wirtz in fourth. And Casey Knighton in the number 84 sitting in fifth position. Just a little bit off the pace, but not far. Just a couple of seconds from the leader, but definitely a good driver. Don't count anybody out. The race is far from over. We're coming up on lap 31 being complete right here from Virtual Michigan. Speaking of Mock, there he is, driving that AAA number 60 right there in the mix of everyone. You got the 69 of Prisbilla that he is trying to make a move on to the inside of. And the number 7 of Anthony Ludi from Ohio right there as well, running that very, very, very low line. The 13 of Michael Woolley up there. The 92 of Jurgen there as well. Car I got to give a big shout out to is Dean Coaley, of course, once again. And that number 17 TNT machine with the Carriers KB Transport logos on the side as well. And then right in front of him, Josh Klinger. We were just talking about paint schemes. And he made sure to put this paint scheme up for me so that way I can do some work for him as well on that. Great race so far. You're looking at 20, 21, and 23 positions. 20, 21, 22, and 23. So 20 through 24 right there on your screen. Back up to our leaders as that lead has increased just a little bit over the field. 0.4 of a second for Brandon Frontable crossing the line with the number 88 of Anthony Titchener right behind him. 73 and 60 from Mateo John Mateo out there on Twitch. Make sure you hit that follow button. I appreciate everybody out there, of course, and always. So far, the race summary looks like this. Brandon Frontable's the leader. 33 laps completed. We have 4 lead changes and 2 cautions for 6 laps. The 02 of Mayu looks to be putting a lot of pressure on the 88 of Titchener as that race looks to be heating up right there on the back bumper of the 88, that Jim Beam machine right in front of him. The 82 of Brian Wirtz tagging along right behind in the draft of the 02. Right along. It's going to get a little loud. We're going to keep going. Casey Clark Jr. is making his way up. all the way up to 8th place. As you see the 02 of Mayu applying the pressure to the back bumper of the 88. As you see, the 88 dives a little harder into the line, but the acceleration that you get from the 02 is what's going to make the difference on the back of this vehicle. Speaking of Casey Clark Jr., I appreciate all you guys shouting your drivers out there. That is absolutely makes my day go a lot smoother as lap 36 is about to be complete as they cross the front stretch. Gap between cars about a car length and a half, 2 car lengths between them. There is the Casey Clark Jr. making a move on the 86 of Douglas Carlson, going from 10th to 9th and driving that very, very low line. But they have company right behind him with his 00 Jake Fluman and Ryan Hedrick in the number 23. The 11 of Joshua Johnson back there as well. The 00 of Fluman dives hard down to the inside of the 36 as the 86 decided he was going to take a pass at the 36 as well. Casey Clark Jr. doing a great job to hold on. Moving all the way back to 11th position currently as they come across the start-finish line. Things update for me. Started 27th and is all the way up to 11th position right now. Green flag laps are still continuing to go. He is doing a great job. Mr. Mock doing a great job out there. He is right there in line with Prisbilla in the number 69. Running 19th and 20th currently. You're going to see those guys continue the race hard, doing a great job out there. Clean green flag racing thus far. Something that we've got to mention right here. Brandon Fronopel kind of fell back just a little bit. I missed what happened there. But the 88 and the 02 and the 82 have now passed the race leader. Maybe that clean air just made him run his tires down just a little bit. But Anthony Titchener is now your race leader. And we're going to do what we call sounds of iRacing. I can't call it the other stuff. But sounds of iRacing coming up for you. I'm going to cycle around and let you listen to everybody. And I'm going to take a vocal break. right along. Last one with Klinger, number 18, as you see that race starting to heat up right there. Currently 23rd, back there in the midst of the field. 92, 69, 33, 18, 2, and the 17. All trying to make everybody hold on. Big sponsor, new sponsor for the 18 right there. The 17 trying to make a move on the inside of the 18. Dean Quayling trying to make that line stick. I'm going to settle back and check up just a little bit. 18 dives down low. 33 inside the 2. Right in front of there. 92 of Jurgen to the outside of the 33. The 33 looking to be diving down low. Jason Wiley right there trying to take that position away from the 92. And the 18 comes up 2 spots and completes some passes there. Running some fast laps right behind the 92 now. As it looks to be like the 69 dropped back just a little bit. You're seeing everybody run side-by-side racing right there. 92 just a little bit off pace. As the 33 makes the pass, the 18, the Klinger making a natural run as well. Doing a great job. Continuing to move all the way up the track. 76 and 60 get another shout out there on all the platforms. That's what I mean. We just might have to do a most popular driver in the series. You guys shout them out quite a bit. Back up to our race leaders because the 02 looks to be trying to make a move on the 88 as they are coming down the backstretch. The 82 of Wirtz right there as well. Frontal just a little bit off pace, about a second and a half back off of the race leader. Anthony Thitchner right there wanting to take it away. You can see that he keeps testing the inside just a little bit, so maybe we're just going to save some tires for the time being. Running 1-2 respectfully, about a 0.2 of a second off, but now is going to try to test that inside line just a little deeper than the 88. Maybe going to carry himself a little further, carrying a higher rate of speed than our race leader. There's our race leader, Anthony Thitchner. And you see the speeds that he's having to carry into the turn. But Mayu, that 02 right there behind him, maybe has conserved his tires because he is all over the back bumper of the 88. A little look from the inside of the 02. Josh Mayu right here. Gets it back into the gas just a little bit more. Maybe you might see it happen right here. He seems to be carrying turn 3 and turn 4 just a little bit better than the 88. And he does. You see the checkup right there. Gets right to the back bumper of the 88. And lots of things working in play. But if they don't be careful, that 82 is going to make a move on both of them. They keep fighting each other. So you're seeing a great battle going on right here. Good, clean race. T-Mac, appreciate you. Coates, definitely in the top 10. Mock got caught up in that very first incident that happened on lap 1. So he kind of came back just a little bit. But he has worked his way up. And is still continuing to run. Green flag runs. Let's see. Number 60 down there in 23rd. He is 2 laps down. It's what it's showing currently right now, but still okay. We'll find out what happened to him after a little bit. I'll check my relatives. Isaac Mock came in for a pit stop. Nothing, no damage, no nothing. Just came in for a pit stop. As the 02 of Mayu now leading the race, along with the 88 coming in for a pit stop as well, looks like. The 02 of Mayu going in for, going to take the lead, but the 82 out to lead another lap. The 02 getting credit for leading a lap right there. As he hits pit road. We catch back up with our race leader. Brian Wirtz right now, going to be the first car on the outside. He's going to put some distance in between himself and everybody else on the backstretch. Not quite ready for pit road just yet. We might see that change as he's coming around turn 3 into turn 4. There is the front stretch of Michigan International Speedway. Brian Wirtz still carrying, wanting to put everybody a lap down before he decides that he's going to get into pit road. But those faster tires are going to make all the difference when it comes to the rest of the run. So we will see what happens as the Tanner Brandon Frontpool, who was the fourth place vehicle there for a little while, is back out in front, ready to run faster laps. Brian Wirtz right there. Next car, 3.5 seconds back. The 84 Casey Knighton, and then the 00 Jake Fluman running third place for right now. But now you see that dive down onto pit road for Wirtz, trying to make sure he does not speed on pit road. 60 miles an hour is the pit road speed, or 92 kilometers an hour from what iRacing always tell me, or my spotter in iRacing always tells me. We'll catch back up with our new race leader. Currently, Cody Cox going to stay out there and try to lead a lap, get that extra bonus point coming around turn 3 into the or turn 2 into the backstretch. Brian Wirtz still in second place. Casey Knighton in third. Fluman in fourth. And 07 of Gergate out there as well. 71 taking a pass on the 54. As we're going to start seeing everything start to cycle around in just a little bit. Cody Cox coming down the pit road. Last car out there on old tires is Jason Wiley. He's got 29. I'm sorry, Roger Davis out of Carolina. The number 73 out there as well. Out coats on brand new tires coming out of pit road. Jason Wiley out there, 29 laps. Roger Davis out there on 29 lap tires. And there is your current race leader, Jason Wiley, out of the Virginia area. Coming down now to hit pit road as well. Things going to start cycling around once again. There is Cody Cox. Being scored off pit road as your race leader. Currently, as we speak, getting up to speed. Roger Davis now on pit road as well. Anthony Fitchner, the number 88 car, coming around as well. Things are cycling around. Green flag pit stops just happened. I assumed that because of the tire model, everyone's going to pit just a little bit earlier. You can make it a long way on these tires, but you don't really want to. After about 20 laps, they start to really fall away. And not only do you lose track position, but you also lose a lot of time, and they get hard to handle. So trying to make sure that it's a green flag racing all the way to the end. There is your race leader still, Jason Wiley in the number 33. He's a little slow on everybody. Mason Yost looking to go on the inside. Mason Yost currently trying to unlap himself from the race leader. You see, caution does wave, so that works out in the favor of Jason Wiley not having to pit under green flag conditions. And it's going to put him up in great racing situations. So the way that it's looking so far, Brian Wirtz, Casey Knighton, Jake Fluman, James Grigett, and Johnson are all on the fresher tires. Sorry, Cody Cox also on fresher tires as well. Everybody else is roughly about 6-7 laps through the green flag pit stops on their tires. So we will see what happens here as everybody lines back up. Jason Wiley, your race leader currently, as the third caution of the day comes out. Number 14, Jake Elrod, getting a shout out there. Elrod had the opportunity to be a sub today, running 29th position currently as we speak, and that is all because of how the green flag pit stops worked right there. You're going to start seeing a lot of guys come down. The 87 right there. New names, new field, Kyle Hall. He is out there in that ARCA Chevy. Little damage on the front end of him right there. As you're going to see pretty much everybody come to pit road, I believe. You are. There it is. There is a long stretch at pit road, as it looks like everybody's going to come down to pit road and just go ahead and take 4 fresh. No tire limits on this race. Casey Clark Jr. doing a great job. All the way back up to 10th from, was it 19th earlier, 23rd earlier. I remember we were talking about Casey Clark Jr. Hey, everybody on pit road. Jake Elrod still out. C.J. Anderson still out there as well. And Art Millen is still out as well. Mason Yost trying to make his way, getting a little splash and go, maybe 2 tires. As we're going to see the race off pit road, who is going to win this one here. And it looks like the 82 is going to be your winner off pit road right there. Move some things around. I could have put this one up. Race off pit road. Anthony Titchener comes out first. Mayu, then Fronopole, then Wirtz, then Knighton, Fluman, Grigate, 71 of Johnson, and then Lodozine, the single 2, and the 54 of Cody Cox. That is your race off pit road. As everybody cycles back around, we're going to catch back up with our leader. That is what it looks like so far. As that's what we're looking at. And I did it again. We're going to show those pit stops. Top 5 so far. Brissett, Wirtz, Titchener, Knighton, and Wiley. That's what it looks like before we get back to green flag racing here in just a moment. And there's the 88 of Titchener. All that confusion out there. Mr. Mock currently scored in 20th position. The things are still cycling around just a little bit because of how the green flag pit stops worked in that when that caution came out. So, yes, he is right up there with the rest of them. Scored 20th currently right now. Right there next to Coates. Let's see if we're going to try to bring in Mr. Brissett. We may have to do that in a little bit. We were waiting for things to cycle it around. I apologize about not getting to the number 43. We normally do, and I normally have an opportunity to do it, but I was making sure everything else was going on. This is a fixed setup, and there are no fast repairs. Yes, that is what's going on right here. So if they get wrecked, they get wrecked, and they've got to sit and wait for their car to be fixed and hope that it runs right again. So, big shout out, big thank you to everybody out there. Remember, this caution brought to you. Whoa, we got some cars doing some We're going to go green flag racing again right here with the number 43 of Brissett out front. 82 kind of gets a bigger jump right there as the 43 is out there. A little tire scrub from the 43. It runs the 82 of Wirtz up high. 82 still a better restart. But Brissett does get credit for leading a lap right here at Virtual Michigan. Whoa. iRacing wanted to do something funny. Brian Wirtz is now your race leader currently as we are back to green flag conditions. You see the side-by-side racing going on right there. The 43 trying to go to the inside of the 02. 02 is going to be outside. Going to the faster little line. Everybody's on fresh tires, though. I'm sorry, Brissett is on 4-lap older tires. So he stayed out there to try to compete with a couple of laps, a lot of the laps running with them under caution. But there's the 82 of Brian Wirtz. As you see, everybody trying to cycle back. Calm down, Mateo. Stove effects. That's pretty much what happens. 82 of Brian Wirtz out front with the 88 of Anthony Thisner. A name that you hear a lot. Casey Knight, number 84, running third. And we come to the line. We're going to have lap 62 underway right here at Virtual Michigan Speedway. Look at that long stretch coming down. Big racetrack right here for everybody to run around. I used to have an on-screen display that would show all the track information, but because I made a new overlay, I kind of took that out of there for the time being. See that side-by-side racing going on in the back there. As we've got some close racing going on from a familiar guy right here. Number 54, Cody Cox, right there on the inside, or on the outside of what looked like the 36 being of Casey Clark Jr. right there. 54 running the middle line, about to make it 3 wide if the 23 decides he's going to take it up high, but settles to check up. 2x2 racing as Brandon Frontapole is back there as well, right next to Michael Woolley. The entrance to turn 3. You've seen everybody run that middle third line. Brandon Frontapole trying to work his way back up to the front. Isaac Mock fell back to 28th on that restart. Prispilla right in front of him. J.P. Smith at number 74 sitting 26th. A lot of cycling going on. Another driver I haven't mentioned today yet. As you see, side-by-side racing is at a 10 of Brandon Frontapole is trying to go down the rest of the field. One more driver I'd like to mention, Hank Caston at number 5, won the very first race. It was a practice race, but he won the very first race that I was a part of here with the No Limit Racing Series. And right in front of him, Josh Klinger and the number 18, Jurgen of the 92 right there as well. And then the number 7 of Anthony Ludi, all running back to back to back. As you see, things are starting to shake up there a little bit as everybody starts to settle in. We're going to catch back up with our race leaders as Brian Wirtz is now in the lead, and the 88 of Fitchner seems to be tracking him down. $15 getting a shout out right there. Hammer down Art Millen out of Canada doing a great job as well. But the 88 right there on the bumper of the 82. One more time for you. We're going to ride along with the 88 and we're going to see what kind of line he's driving. As Mr. Thitchner is trying to do his job. The 88, you watched right there as he made the pass on the 82 of Brian Wirtz, forcing him up high, having a checkup. And now the 88 of Anthony Titchener out front, the 82 of Brian Wirtz, and Josh Mayu in the number 02 car right there in a solid third place. As they exit turn 4, come to the line, exit the lap 68 will be complete right here. Answering things. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you out there. Confederate Cowboy 90. Appreciate you following as well. They're on Twitch. John Mateo or Mateo John. I appreciate you out there following as well. Make sure you click all that stuff. 88 has strong. He's had great short run speed, and then I think he's found his line that he likes to run because he's taken the lead twice. Well, I wouldn't say that he took out the competition in the beginning. I think the 25 got a little bit loose when it came to it. No damage on the front end, because if he had damage on the front end of that car, he would not be up there running right now. With the way these ARCA Chevys do run out there, but always the part of the competition that you like to hear. I do see that Wirtz has found that same line, though, because it looks like he is running very, very similar race paces with Anthony Titchener. So we might see that lead change once again. The 0-2 right on the trail as well. Don't count any of these guys out with we come with 25 laps to go as we're going to come to the line. It's still a long way around. I appreciate everybody still out there watching. Make sure that you click like, subscribe, and share on all those platforms. Remember my name right here, Jason. I am the commentator at Michigan International Speedway, big old Brooklyn, USA. I'm not from there. But let's see. We might have a driver that's from there. It's not going to tell me. Oh, we got some New England drivers. We got Casey Gilchrist in the number 26 out there. Josh Mayhew in the 02 is from New York. So there we go. We got some Brooklyn drivers out there. Might be from Brooklyn. He might be from Queens. He might just be from New York State. We don't know. May have to ask. It's part of the driver profiles that we have. 88 still out front. Let's go back and check one of the drivers that we enjoy watching. You see him packed up right here. Casey Clark Jr. was up to 8th place and now currently sitting in 11th. Lost a little bit of ground when it came to traffic. There's 00 of Fluman blinking there a little bit. The single two of Sean Lodazine from Michigan all the way up there as well. Sitting in 9th place, so we've got the 33 of Jason Wiley, who had led the race for a little while, and now conserved his tires and is working his way back up after falling down to 14. Now up 3 more spots since he fell. See some things going on in the front of the track right there. As it looks to be the 7 of Ludi right there, who is running 19th right there in front of Mac Nelson at number 77. Doing a great job to watch themselves. The number 74 of J.P. Smith making it interesting as well from the New England states. Running all the way down to the inside line, trying to make up some positions right there. The car fall off pace. Looks like our race leader, Anthony Titchener, on pit road right now. We're going to catch back up with our leader as it seems to be that pit road is where everybody's going to be going. So those 20 laps that they put on their tires, 17 laps that they put on their tires, they felt it get loose. So everybody's coming down to pit road. At least the leaders, Cody Cox, still out on the track. James Grigett up there in Illinois. Casey Clark Jr. still up there. So Cody Cox out front with Grigett and the 07 out there to lead a little bit. Casey Clark Jr., the number 36, up there in third now, as everything's going to be cycling around. 74, appreciate you, Mandy. Keep shouting out your driver, let's see, Smith, Mr. Smith. It's kind of like Mr. Anderson, J.P. Smith, right there in a 10th position, but I think everybody's going to be coming around and cycling for their pit stops as Cody Cox comes around. And it looks like the 36 of Casey Clark Jr. is going to be down on pit road. So Grigett in the 7 coming around to lead a lap right here at Virtual Michigan. As you see all the cars coming off pit road right there really kind of disappear. There is Brandon Fronopole right there as well, giving a lot of room for all of these drivers to make their green flag pit stops. The 13 of Woolley having a dive down low. Wonder if the 7 of Grigett is going to come down to pit road right here. Not doing so, going to lead another lap. As we're coming to right about 18-19 to go, so they're going to try to finish the rest of the race. He is. He's going to try to take a chance. After he did hit pit road, so things are going to cycle back around. We're going to see what kind of lead. Alan Coates is right there, up there in second place in the 73. Douglas Carlson as well. 20 laps on these tires as Cody Cox passes the race leader to unlap himself. Running a heck of speeds. You take the chance with all these faster cars out there that there's a potential that you could end up trying to dive down to pit road and end up hurting yourself. Jake Elrod up there in 13th position now. For those who are keeping track of where the number 14 is running. Evan Keese, the number 46, running 14th right behind. As Alec Coates is running just about a second and a half off of the race leader as far as times go. It was weird that it jumped there, but not a big deal to me. As you see the 26 running that higher line around our race leader of James Grigett out of Illinois. Alan Coates out of Indiana. Out of our top 5 drivers, all that are in 1 through 5th, all of them are from the Midwest. James Grigett out of Illinois, Alan Coates out of Indiana, Douglas Carlson somewhere here in the Midwest, Ryan Hedrick from Illinois, and Joshua Johnson, the number 11 car, right here from Illinois as well. So, and then Josh Klinger, that California native, he is out there. Dean Quayle up there in a Canadian native, doing a great job up there as well. So we got a lot of drivers that wanted to test what it was like with 15 laps to go right here, the 7 trying to make it stick. Isaac Mock up to 10th. We're going to go all the way back to check the lap time. So of the drivers that are out there, the 88 of Anthony Thitchner, who went to pit, is now moved up 10 spots to 11th position. 10th position is now passing everybody through the lead. They are roughly about 0.3 of a second faster than the race leader, but as the tires wear on, everything's kind of just evening out. So we will see how this strategy plays as we get closer to the end right here from Virtual Phoenix. First car, Alex Coates decided he was coming to pit road, and the number 73, the 02 of Josh Mayhew, looks like he's on pit road as well. we've got a few drivers sitting there waiting. We're going to go and check out and see what the 02 is doing. Right there with the 88. Trying to track down the leaders. Trying to get that lead away from everybody. 24 of Yost coming to pit road. 07 of Grigade still out there on pit road. 25 laps on his tires. Roger Davison, number 31, up there in 4th position. Maybe trying to score himself a little bit of an opportunity to make up the pace. Now, if the 07, if I do the math correctly, if the 07 continues to run his pace that he is, it might just be a photo finish by doing the math, because Josh Mayhew in that 02 has 10 laps on his tires and is 16 seconds behind the race leader. Anthony Titchener making a pass on the inside of the 02 right there. As you see things going. Yep, I see the was in 10th. Mr. Mock trying to do his job, but hey, you know what? He's still out there driving. He may be a lap down. But he's doing a great job out there. The 02 being passed by the 88 right there. Catch back up with our leader and see what's happening there as he has a 6-second lead over Ryan Hedrick in the number 23. And you see the relatives up there. When he comes to the line, there'll be 10 laps to go. There's number 23 of Hedrick. 07 of Grigate right there as well. You see that high line working. The 22 driving deep on the inside. The 28 there as well. Saying, hey, I'm not going to fight you on this one. There is the 07 of Grigate. 10 to go right here from Virtual Michigan. Mock's still doing a great job out there. Heavy battle going on for 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, but like I said, lap times have kind of averaged out now that everybody's got 10 to 12 laps on their tires. James Grigette running a 41.490 on his last lap. And Anthony Titchener is running just about a second better than that. So we're still continuing to see these guys coming around and try to take that lead away. But still a long way to go to get there. Ryan Hedrick at Illinois cutting down the lead right there. Last lap from James Grigette in the 07, 44.324. And then Anthony Titchener running a 42.544. So they've hit that threshold where those tires have now just completely gone to shreds. You see the 22 right there passing the race leader to unlap himself once. CJ Anderson out there as well. Looks like CJ's on up there in the pits. 07 still leading right here. There you go. You see the 17 running to the inside of a race leader, Dean Quealy, to unlap himself once. So he is back on the lead lap as well. First car off the lead lap. Ben Carver is right there to run with him. There is the 18 of Josh Klinger unlapping himself as well. Josh Grigette has an opportunity to win right here. Let's see what happens as fastest lap of the day is the guy that's now in the 3rd position, tracking down the 07 of James Grigate, running about 2 seconds faster of a time than the 07. Anthony Titchener Ran a 42.581 and a 45-second lap from the 07 of Grigate as he comes around to. If he was trying to win the race, he might have gotten there. Ryan Hedrick right there in the 23. Soon to be passed by the 88. We're going to check back up with Titchener right there as he is passing the 23 like he is standing still. They cross the line, 89 laps complete, and the 88 is driving away. The 24 of Yost right there as well. Yost running faster tires in 29th position. First car 1 lap down, trying to get himself out there to unlap the leader, who is just now 1.5 seconds away from having company with the 88, the 24 of Mason Yost, trying to get around the 88 right there. Running a very, very, very low line with that Itmobile. A race leader now all the way up front. It's got company from the 88 of Anthony Titchener, and no doubt with 5 to go is just going to have to let him pass. Is no answer for him, but the 24 right there to give him some company. The 24 just trying to unlap himself to get back on the lead lap. The 7 of Grigate, who was leading there for a little bit, has the 82 of Brian Wirtz, and it's just going to hold on to that car and try to get a top 10 finish out of this. 34 laps on those tires. That's the difference in the race right now. 34 laps on his tires, and then you have 18 laps on the 88's tires right there. The 24 of Yost right behind Anthony Titchener. He is the first car 1 lap down in a 28th position right there. .07 just didn't have the tires to hold out there, but the 88 now letting the 24 go by. Brian Wirtz right there in second place. The 07 at Grigate still not far off. Going to have a little bit of company here from the 02. Josh Mayhew getting ready to pass the 07. Hard-fought battle right there as we have 26 cars on the lead lap. Mason Yost trying to push himself to be right there. 3 laps to go right here from Virtual Michigan. Great green flag runs so far, as these guys are just holding on to those tires, trying to do their best. Anthony Titchener one more time to lead a lap here. Started from third, fastest lap of the day, 40 seconds, 40.798 seconds, and has led 36 laps today, right from Virtual Michigan Speedway. But I don't know if you see him creeping up there with 2 laps to go right here from Michigan. Brian Wirtz has taken that 2-second lead and dropped it down to just under a second and a half, as the 24 runs very low, the 88 running high. White flag's going to wave right here from Virtual Michigan. Doing a great job of keeping everyone at bay. The 82 about a second and a half off unless a mistake is made. You're going to see the 88 win right here. With the 24 right behind him, there is the 88 Jim Beam machine. The 14 diving low, there is everybody just giving him some space. The 88 coming around to the front stretch. And you're going to see it right here. The 88 wins a 94-lap race from the No Limit Racing Thunder Series. Anthony Titchener and that Jim Beam machine is your race winner Great job by everybody. There's the 82 of Brian Wirtz finishing second. Josh Mayu in the 02. Everybody doing a great job of keeping the race clean. It was a very, very, very nice race, very fast-paced race. Make sure you give everybody your shout-outs up there. And we're going to move on to the race results real quick, as there are the unofficial race results as it goes. Anthony Titchener, your winner, right here from Virtual No Limit Racing. And the burnout is, of course, customary for everybody. Here, right around with him. It's dizzy. That'll make you dizzy, that's for sure. Mr. Elrod, the 14 machine, doing a great job out there as well. Before we get back to the race results, I want to make sure I bring in Mr. Anthony Titchener, winning in victory lane right there. And we'll try to bring in Jake Elrod as well. Let's see. Working our broadcast stuff right here. So I appreciate everybody out there watching, and of course, and always, I always bring in our race winner right there, Mr. Anthony Titchener. Congratulations on the win today. You did a fantastic job driving back to the front after the 07 tried to stay out and make sure that you didn't win. How did it drive, and did you at least have fun today?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely fun, man. I definitely enjoyed the second half of that race a lot more. Them long green flag runs were really fun, and the car started to come a little bit up on a rail there. Like, it could get loose on you in 1 and 2, started freeing up a little bit. So that was fun, man. But it was when I seen Josh pit on that last pit stop there, I knew I had to come in. I was like, oh, man, he was about 2.3 back when he pit, and I knew that you could gain 2 seconds by pitting every lap. So had to come in and run him down. So that was fun, man. Couldn't ask for a better race there.
Well, it was a very entertaining race. A lot of watchers out there. A lot of people rooting for everybody. They said were saying you were on the move when it came to trying to take that lead away from the 07. And then, of course, Brian Wirtz was giving you a show for your money there for a little while, and Mayu was running right up there as well. Anyone you want to give a big shout-out to for your win? Anyone you want to talk about?
Just you, man, for obviously broadcasting. I always look forward to going back and watching the whole thing. So definitely enjoy these. And everybody that was watching, man, we hope to put on a good show, and I'm glad we did. I felt like that was a good race. So I'm just glad these guys are racing clean. Everyone's very respectful out there. And thank the sponsors, the teammates. It was fun, man.
Well, congratulations once again, and go enjoy it. We saw the burnout, and we're going to get to our race results for everybody so they know who won and who's going home with a big smile on their face. So congratulations once again.
10-4, man. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Anthony Titchener, the number 88, doing a great job of keeping himself good to go, and he's going to get in there and chat with his teammates. Let's bring in a couple of other drivers real quick, especially this one right here. The number 18 of Josh Klinger right here. Josh, was it the race that you expected, or was it a little bit more?
It was a lot less, actually. We were expecting the JMM Motorsports team. We were expecting a couple more cautions, especially after how the first one shook out in the front of the pack. I think we had 2 cautions the whole race, so definitely not what we were expecting, and glad that green flag pit stops went green, but it's definitely could have been a more interesting race, strategy-wise.
Well, at least you got all those runs in, and we were happy to see the race go as well as it did. It had a couple of cautions, but it gave for some exciting racing. A lot of pack racing out there as well.
Yeah, definitely. All around the field. I mean, I'm sure there was a front pack, and then I was kind of running middle pack, and it was fun to kind of see when people's tires started to wear off. They passed you a couple laps ago, and then you'd get them back. It was definitely interesting having a track where you've got the room to.
Yeah, definitely a fast track. So we got Watkins Glen next week. Any bets on how many cautions we might have for that week? But Josh Klinger right there for you, doing a great job. Hey, your sponsor shouted you out, just so you know. I just wanted to make sure I'd let you know that he was out there saying that you had to get up there and you had to go and you had to win.
Yeah, it wasn't really a lot of get up and go. I mean, we were kind of just stuck in the middle. Team kept trying to run together. It worked out pretty well for us. The pit strategy was definitely hectic, but yeah, shout out my sponsor, Black Horse Auto Transport.
Yeah, they definitely were rooting you on. Well, 22nd this week is still a good finish for you, and we will see you again next week. And congratulations on a clean race, buddy.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to Watkins Glen. Appreciate it, Jay.
You too. Josh Klinger, the number 18 machine. We're going to swap places for him for his teammate. And I think I want to make sure that we get everybody together. And where is he at? Well, we were looking for the number 14, and I think he might have moved himself around. I might have moved him around too. So no big deal. I appreciate everybody out there, and these are your unofficial race results right here. The number 88 of Anthony Titchener, the 82 of Brian Wirtz, the 02 of Josh Mayhew is your top 3. Sean Lodozine tops out your top 5. Hank Casson up to 9th. Michael Woolley is 10th place right there. Let's toggle that stuff over so you can see what is going on. I know the relative is up there, but sometimes it doesn't update. Casey Clark Jr. all the way up to 36th. He had some troubles today, but worked his way back up there as well. The 92 of Edward Jurgen. 69 of Brisbane, 17th. Dean Quayle finishes out the top 20. Okay, let's see. Jason Wiley, 21st position. Ben Carver, 28th. Mason Yost, the 24 machine, 26th place for you right there. And Jake Elrod tops out the top 30. And moving right along to the end of the field right there. Isaac Mock, 31st, 2 laps down. All the way down to Brian Curry. Stephen Evasius right there in the 39th and 40th position. And last but not least, there are, if you see these guys right here, Isaac Singleton, James Loveland, Kyle Ramsey. Big shout out to them because these guys helping run this race. Those guys right there, they look like they didn't race at all, but I promise that they did. So, great things out there. We appreciate everybody watching and, of course, showing your support and your love. Make sure that you go and like and subscribe all of the stuff. Donate if you can to the stream, and make sure that you tune in next week. Every Monday, the No Limit Racing Series is racing. Pro Series is getting ready to come up, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So, thank you very much for tuning in. And had to take a drink of water there for a second. And make sure that you tune into all of our broadcasts. We broadcast 5 times a week, and things are shaking up. About to have some more fun. Good race from everybody, and thank you again, Jason from Signature Esports, right here with the No Limit Racing Thunder Series. And we'll see you next week.